not using. So really, I had to wait until I got home before I could charge my phone. On our way back, like we got a taxi right now. We're on our way back to Nelspruit taxi rank terminals, whatever they call that thing. I don't know what the fuck they call it. Nelspruit taxi rank. I don't know what they call it, but to the taxi rank where we had found the taxi to Legacy. So now we're going back to the rank. So on our way back, I'm panicking. I'm like, dude, the time. My friend is like, yeah, just calm down, just calm down. Hey, there's a number that keeps calling my friend. My friend is getting annoyed, like, because I don't even know who this is. And, she's just like talking shit. And then eventually she decides to answer, and then she answers the phone, and then she's like, hello, who am I talking to? And then she's like, she hangs up because she doesn't know the number. She doesn't know the number. She does not know the number. I'm like, girl, let me see that number. Like, let me see the number. Maybe I know. Because I don't know what told me to check her phone. Like, let me see the number. 083 672. I'm like, dude. She's like, what? I'm like, girl. Like, what? Talk. What is going on? I'm like, that's my mom. I'm like, that is my mom calling. She's like, what? What? Where did she get my number? I'm like, now I also don't know where my mom got my friend's number, but she got it somehow. Because I feel like when she saw that I was not answering my phone, and then eventually my phone started going straight to voicemail, she was panicking. She'd panicked. Like, where's my daughter? She thought that maybe I was kidnapped and raped and killed somewhere, Bangladesh, somewhere in a field or something. That's what was going through my mom's head, and I do not blame her. She was angry, rightfully so. Like, she had the right to be angry that day because, and husband couldn't. Like, I think that day I woke up feeling brave because for me to test a black parent, just tata pesos bindi. Where did I get that live? I also don't know, but I got it and it happened, and I don't like it. It's done. I can't return. I can't change what happened in it. So again, my mom calls back again. Now I answer the phone because now I had already figured out that it's my mom calling. I answer the phone. I'm like, hello. She's like, Negopi, she's yelling, but I can barely hear her because taxi is full of people who are just yapping the whole time. It was so loud in the taxi. I'm like, Mama, nguva. And then I hang up, and then I send an SMS. I'm like, Mom, we are by the taxi rank in Nasport. And then she's like, which one? Which one? I'm coming there right now. I could tell she was yelling through a text. Because she's angry, and I just know that she's mad. And then okay, I'm like, yeah, we are coming. We're at the taxi rank. Babes, which taxi rank? We are 15 minutes away from the taxi rank. Which one was I talking about? Which one? Which taxi rank was I talking about? Because we were like 15 minutes away from the taxi rank I was talking about. I wish I could just say, magic taxi, you better fly. Like, Slime and I believe I can fly on us right now. And just fly to that damn taxi rank that I keep speaking of. And I know I'm 15 minutes away from it. Just fly. Like, Tatus bag. Get to the taxi rank as soon as you possibly can. But I couldn't do that. I had to sit there patiently. But I was panicking the whole time. Now it's 5:30. 4:30. Sorry, it's 4:30. So by the time we reached the taxi rank, it was like 4:45. So obviously it's getting dark because it was around winter. In winter, it gets dark like very quickly. Now it's getting dark. We finally arrive at the taxi rank, and then when we get there, we had to walk to this garage where my mom was waiting for us at. Let me put it that way, because she was waiting for me. She wasn't expecting my friend there because she was so mad. So we get there, we're looking all scared, and we look, let it go. Take the wheel. Just take the wheel. Just, just please take the wheel. Sir, above, we need you. He did not listen. I was like, Lord, have mercy on my soul. And he did not listen. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we get there. My mother's fuming and she's raging, and I can just see it in her face because she was like, I'm joking, that's not how she looked, but she was mad. And I could just see it from the way she was looking at me. When we get there, now mind you, my friend and I had already told her mom that she was going to sleep over at my place. So that was the plan, that she's going to stay over at my place and then she would leave the next morning. Again, we get there, my mom shouts at her. She's like, where do you take the leave? That's not how she said it. I like exaggerating shit. Like, what's that type of spins? When I said, yo, shit, this is what I'm guys. What's that type of spin? This is talking that I'm having. You know, she said it in society. She's like, where did you get the leave to take my child without my knowledge? So she's yelling. Everybody's looking at us. I'm like, Mom, you need to calm down. But I couldn't tell her that because I'm in trouble. Why would I want to make things worse? Why would I want to make things worse? Huh? She's mad, she's fuming, she's yelling, she doesn't care who's watching. She's like, not go to Puma, man. You must never come back into my daughter's life. Yeah. Normally, I would sit in the front passenger seat. That day, I entered the back seat. I was like, I'm not risking anything because I know she don't want to see my face right now. Definitely not my face. I started back seat. Now I'm panicking. I'm stressing because shit, my friend and I had planned that she was gonna stay over at my place. Where is she gonna go? It's getting dark. There's no way she can travel back home now because she does not have money to go back home. I had promised her to give her money to go back home because I knew that I had it in my purse back home, you know? Now I'm stressing, I'm panicking, and I'm just like, oh Lord. Today is the day where you actually have to save me because I suspect that this was shown. Yeah, I'm pleading with God after I had pissed my mother off. And the Bible does say, obey your parents and you shall have a long eternal life. I think that's what it says, but I know it says something about obeying your parents. I had disobeyed my mother that day. So obviously God would not listen to me. Who am I? Whom's am I to plead with God for forgiveness and mercy? Who was I? Huh? So now she's driving back home. Me, I'm just stressing in my head. I'm like, my friend, where's she gonna go? My friend. That's all that was ringing in my head. I'm forgetting what I'm about to get my ass kicked by my mama for the first time. I don't know how it's gonna be. I'm excited, but I'm scared for my life. We get the way she was driving, guys, you could tell she was a furious woman. And as she's driving, she's yelling at me. Yo, I was thinking you were dead when I was flying. Why would you go and disappear without telling anybody? Yo, I hated myself. Now, my aunt was like back home with my sister, and it's around 5:30. So obviously she had to like give my mother money wise. So she had to drive my aunt to the taxi rank after what am I saying? Oh, my sister was with my mom, but my sister was sitting in the car. She didn't know anything when she was just young. She was sitting on her chair, the baby chair that you know, the baby car seat in the car. My mom had to drop my aunt off. I think she got mad because I disappeared without telling anybody. My phone was off, and and like I had delayed my aunt. Like she had to pay money to get back home now. So she's driving back home. She is raging, like she's mad. She didn't care what is red light, green, yellow, orange, pink. She didn't care. I'm a stop sign. She just drove. The way she parked when we arrived. Hell. Now when we get home, I tried to play it cool because when we arrived, Like the friends that I had around my complex were standing outside, you know, they were still chilling because we would go back like home late, you know, that we just love chilling outside. Even when the street lights are on, we didn't care. So I tried playing cool. I'm like, Mama, yeah, boy, inside, do want to oh yeah, point, get out, yo. Anglasha. You have completely lashed me. Oh my god. Yo, so I'm like, shit. I get inside the house now. I'm getting really warm, guys. Wine, itawa fast, and imagine I'm feeling warm and ugh. So after her saying, it's like, get out of here, I'm like, oh shit, it's about to go down, like down. And I went inside the house and I went straight up to my room. You know, when I got to my room, I'm like, Lord, I can see that you will not protect me from getting my ass beat, but at least prevent this woman from killing me. Prevent the death that I see coming my way. Oh, excuse me. I'm like, prevent the death. It's fine, I can get this whooping, but please prevent the death. I don't want to die. I'm too young to die. So now I hear her coming up the stairs. I'm like, okay, she's coming. Ah. I wasn't that excited. I was actually scared. I'm like, oh, she's coming. She gets to my room and then she's yelling, Vele, you know, asking me all sorts of questions that I couldn't answer. Like, oh, Bogopi, why did you do this and that? Why didn't you answer your phone? I was worried sick about you. Rightfully so. She had the right to be mad and the right to be worried because of the whole situation, you know, my phone going off and stuff. My sister, where was my sister at that time? I think she was downstairs. She didn't see the whole thing happening. No, she asked our neighbor to hold her. Hey, that's what I knew. Good to yo. She asked my neighbor to hold her. Hey, wangi handlisha guys. She started with a couple of slaps, you know? I'm not, like, when I'm scared, I don't feel any pain. And one thing I've noticed about my mom is that tears make her stop with the beating or the punishment, rather. She started with slaps. Now, I'm not feeling anything, but I want these tears to come out so she can at least stop. Them tears were like, where? Which where? They did not come out. While under sleeper, guys, her slides that she would wear inside the house, like, my slippers, you know? The tears are still not coming out. I'm like, how guys, come. You need to come out right about now because now you need to like protect me from dying. So she keeps hitting me, ngale sleep, Havele, nothing is happening. I'm not crying, but I'm yelling like I'm yelling like I'm in pain. And then she fetches a belt. I'm like, you see now, these tears are gonna come out whether they like it or whether they fucking don't. I don't care if I have to. Your eye, they gonna come out. And they did. They did. You know why? When she was hitting me with that belt, let me show you. So she's hitting me with the belt, but she's using this part of the belt. I good but I'm sure surely she was trying to kill your girl. She was using this part of a belt. You know, imagine this thing on your ouch. She was using that part of the belt and she's mooring my ass, and I'm like, oh my, you see now these tears are gonna come out whether they like it or not. And they came out, and yo, when she was done with me, I was pink and purple and green. I had scars all over my arms because Angani, when she's hitting me, I'm blocking with the arms so that at least my face does not get ruined. You can hit me anywhere but not the face. You can hit me anywhere but not the face. So I'm blocking every time, and then I had scars all over, and then my skin was torn somewhere. I can't, like, the scars are gone. Like, it was a very long time ago. They healed and they're gone, you know, and I was bleeding, but like, it wasn't a lot of blood. It was just like a little bit of blood. But to me, as soon as I bleed or my skin tears, I imagine you have violated. You have violated When she was done, I'm now left in my room. I'm crying. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go take a bath. I go to the bathroom, turn on the water, I run the water, and then I switch the lights off. And then she comes out. She's like, "I want guys, guy. Boy, now we are calling it guys." Like, mom, please, like, I just want to bath. It's nothing. Like, it's not deep. It's not that deep. Can I just bath? I switch the light off. I like taking a shower or a bath in the dark. I don't know why, but I love it. I enjoy it so much. And the song that I played was Heart Attack by Trey Songz, featuring that woman. Is it Jennifer Hudson? No, it's not. Who is it? Did I not cry? Ngashaya isililo somhlaba, guys. I cried. Acting like I was in a music video. Everything was just proper. It wasn't proper because I was in pain. And I was crying for real. Like, it wasn't a joke. I'm crying when I'm done. I just wrapped a towel around my body and I went to my room and I called my friend. I'm like, dude, are you fine where you are? I'm so sorry about what just happened. Like, I feel so bad. I still feel bad till this day because, like, yo, I'm such a bad friend. But I was called up because her and I are fine. We are good. We're still perfectly fine. And then she's like, no, it's fine. Luckily, she had friends around town that she could call and actually go to. And then she went to her friend's place and then that's where she crashed. But I mean, I was worried until she told me that she is safe and she had found a place to stay. And I was like, oh, thank God she's fine. Thank God she's fine. Thank God she's fine. So after her confirming and reassuring me that, after her confirming and actually letting me know that she was fine, I was like, oh, okay, now that's good. And then I started playing all the songs that my then boyfriend, Kenneth, had sent me. Now I'm listening to them, I'm crying, and I'm just like, oh my God, what did I do? And then I decided, I'm like, let me call him and tell him, at least let him know that I made it back home safely and stuff. But I did not tell him what had happened to me. Yeah. Prior to the phone call, I did not tell him what had happened to me. I just told him that I had arrived home safe, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be hearing the story for the first time. Also, if he watches this, he's definitely gonna be hearing the story for the first time. I tell him that I arrived home safe and I'm good and I'm fine. So yeah, it's fine. Imagine, this thing, guys, when you are angry and you decide that you're not gonna eat because you want whoever had just blacksumed your ass to ngenga you and just plead with you to eat. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I did because my mom finished cooking and then she called me down to eat. I was like, oh, me? Eat where? But my tummy is saying a different story. Like, "Grr, you better go eat. You better go eat." That's what my tummy said. My tummy was like, you better eat. But me, my inhliziyo and my mind was like, I'm not going to eat. Why did she hit me so hard? I'm not going to eat. She's going to have to come and apologize before I can eat. But what the heck? Who did I think I was? I was like, who the heck do I think I am to be expecting a black mom to actually apologize? Who am I? Because she was doing the right thing. She was setting me straight so that I can never apologize. Ugh. So I can never disrespect her ever again. So my tummy was saying, so I obviously had to listen to my tummy because Bentizuf, I was going to die. I was going to die from starvation. I was actually very hungry and I eat a lot. Like, I'm that person. I can't deprive myself of food. I have to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to go downstairs and grab my plate and then go back to my room and I ate in my room and then it started to hit me. I was like, shit. Shit. I should probably go and apologize because now my mom came back upstairs after eating and then now she was sleeping with my sister and then I heard her talking to the phone to her friends. Huh? What? What? She was talking to her friend like, I'm done, I'm stressed. So I started feeling bad and then I wrote a letter of apology to her. But then I gave it to her the next morning. I actually didn't give it to her. I left it in her room on her bed because she had work the next morning so that she could find it ngingekho endlini, you know. Oh, my mom intimidates me, guys. I can't apologize looking at her in her face. So I write the letter of apology, and then okay, the next day I obviously leave it on her bed. I feel like that was one of the things that I used to do. That was one of the things that I used to do. I was never able to apologize to my mom, like, you know, in person. I always had to write it down on paper because my mom intimidates me so much. So I was like, let me just write it on paper and then leave it on her bed. And then if she forgives me, she will write it back or either come to me. Then we talk things out because, yo, guys, I love my mom so much and I hate the fact that I stressed her so much during my teen years, but I'm glad that's over because now she's okay with me being me. Like, she understands that I'm growing now and I'm not getting any younger. She understands that I'm going to make mistakes, and she's allowing me to make those mistakes without interfering or making me feel like a horrible child. Mom, thank you so much. I appreciate you for that. And, you know, I never want to disappoint that woman, guys. She has done so much for me, and now I'm getting all emotional. I'm about to cry. She has sacrificed so much, man. I love my mom. I'm sorry. I love my mom so much. So yeah, I did that. I wrote the letter, and then the next day I decided that let me go chill with my friends. They were left. Those kids laughed at me. And then they tell me that they were listening to everything. They heard everything. They heard me screaming from "Yo, mama, yeah!" to "Oh my God, please don't kill me!" to you know, they're explaining exactly what had happened the evening before, and I was like, "You guys are so wrong for that. Y'all are bad." So I showed them my scars, and then I explained what had happened, and then they explained that they were calling me because they were trying to tell me that my aunt wants to leave, and you know, I had to come back home and. I'm like, yo, guys, I'm so sorry. Oh, we made things right. Phew. And then fast forward to like 4 o'clock, my mom came back and then she found the letter, she read it, and then I was sitting downstairs, she came down to me, and then only for things to get worse, 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 worse. But I wasn't expecting things to get worse, you know what I'm saying? She asked for my phone because remember I hadn't told her that I was in Ligazi with my friend and my then boyfriend. Excuse me, and my then boyfriend. She asks for my phone. Ooh, woo! She asked for my phone, and I'm like, I didn't clear the chats. So I'm like, why are you asking for my phone? Why are you asking for my phone? Yo, but mom, I was really just trying to fix things, and you just had to, like, you know, just had to. I can't give you my phone. Why do you want my phone? Like, let her know phone. Bring me that phone, I give it to her. And then she's like, what's the password? I'm like, let me type it. She's like, what is the password? I'm like, wait, can I type it for you? She's like, Naledi, what is the password? And then I tell her. She goes to my WhatsApp. She went through my WhatsApp and yay! She found the chats between my then boyfriend and I. Isn't this interesting? Huh? Isn't this interesting? Interesting. As she was reading those texts, I was like, let me go to the kitchen and just prepare myself something to eat. Because I didn't want to look her in her eyes as she was reading. I felt awkward as hell. And then she's like, Naledi.L. I go to her and she's like, so connect with them. I was Tanda somewhere. Tanda Sam. Who is Kenneth Zbanban? I'm like, oh, who? Hi. No way is pen. No way is God. Intervene. Chobam, intervene. You know, please intervene. Oh, and mind you, I had planned up to meet with my friend on that day, but it ended up not happening because she called me in the morning and told me that she was already back home, like she had already gone back home. So I was like, it's fine. So okay, back to this one. I'm like, Lord, please intervene. Yo, Nkosi yami shem. Yo, Nkosi ya. How can I be in so much trouble at 14 years of age because of a boy? At 14, Naledi, at 14, you are in trouble because of a boy. Sis, you need to do right by yourself, or by your mama, by your dad, by your grandparents. Just do right and fix this. So now I'm like, yo. And then my mom texts Kenneth and tells him Uti he must leave me alone. Blah 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 blah. He must leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. And then my mom took my phone, but like she confiscated my phone, and then she was like, you know, you don't you. So I did not have a phone for a good week, and I felt like that was the worst type of punishment, guys. How can I go a week without my phone? Kenneth, leave me alone. So my mom said, leave my child alone. You know what I'm saying? And then she took my phone, switched it off, and then she confiscated it, and then I was hoping to fix things with that apology letter, but I made things worse. Not that I made things worse, it's my mom thinking that far that made it worse, but it's fine. Let's call up. So Sunday goes, I don't have a phone. Monday, Monday, I still don't have a phone. I go to school. Was it back to school? No, I wasn't back to school. Monday, but my mom had work. It wasn't back to school. My mom had work, and then she went to work. And then as she was gone at work, I stayed home, and I made it a point to find that phone, guys. I searched everywhere, and I eventually found the phone. I switched it on. I'm so glad that I found this text and not my mom, guys, from Kenneth. I read the text. Kenneth wrote that, Mama, I don't mean any harm. Sorry. I remember the text very carefully, like I remember it very well because it shocked me, and I was like, if my mom is the one who found this text, we were both gonna die. What is your problem? You know? So I read the text, and it goes as follows. It reads as follows. It's like, Mama, I mean no harm. I'm very sorry to say this, but I really love your daughter, and I cannot let her go. I'm gonna make sure that I marry her, and she's the love of my life. I love her so much, and I just want to do right by her, and I want to see her and I do good and become very successful together, and we're gonna have kids together. Kenneth, fucking Kenneth. And don't let them die, my bruh. What? So I text him, I'm like, dude, your ass is lucky because I'm the one who found this text, but please stop texting me don't text me until I text you, okay? Do not text me until I text you. And then I deleted that message, and I deleted mine, and then I switched the phone back off, and I put it back when my mom had hidden it. She didn't know that I found it. So I had to find myself a side phone to be able to go back and forth with Kenneth. But when I was actually touched, and I was like blushing the whole time, but I'm like, boy, you try to get us killed. And unfortunately, him and I did not get married. We are not gonna get married. We're not gonna have kids. It ended very sourly. It ended very badly because things happened, you know. But I'm not gonna talk about this relationship that much because I was very young, and you know, I was very young, and I had no business dating at that time. But yeah, guys, that's my story time of how my mama whooped my ass for the first time and how I actually got my ass in trouble because of a boy. A boy. Yo. I'm very embarrassed. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing. How can I get in trouble because of a boy at that age? But yeah, we've come to the end of the video. If you've made it this far, then you're a real one. You're a G, and I appreciate you so very much. Thank you so much for watching and making it this far. And I want to tell you personally that I love you so very much. And I'm going to remind you just one more time. If you are in this video, watching this video, and you're not subscribed, what is your problem? What are you looking for? Because I ain't got nothing for you, baby. I ain't got nothing for for you. So you better tell me down in the comments what the heck you're looking for. No, but I'm joking, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, please subscribe, guys. Click on that red word that's written subscribe and turn it gray, and then click on the bell right next to it and turn on your post notifications so that you can so that you can get notified every time I post. And yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, and share. Call your family and friends. Leave the mothers and fathers out because they're not supposed to be here, but you can bring your aunts and your brothers and sisters and friends and cousins and your extended family and everything, and then we can all become a part of like a very huge family.